Hi there Pisces, I'm Lou. Welcome to your weekly check-in for the week of October 25th until October 31st. This week we are officially in Scorpio season. It started on Tuesday, okay? So we've got a month of Scorpio energy. We've got the sun there, we've got Mercury there, we've got Mars there for a little bit as well. Mars in rulership in Scorpio. So Scorpio energy is really heightened, really powerful, really strong. So whatever that means for you, whatever position that's in your chart is going to be really impactful in your life. Now the other thing that's happening this week is we have a lunar eclipse in Taurus opposing the Scorpio energy, okay? And that eclipse is the final eclipse in the eclipse cycle that started in November 2021 between Taurus and Scorpio. So that's going to be the finale. It's going to close that chapter of your life, close that storyline down, okay? So it's going to bring closure. That, of course, that Taurus narrative through our lives will continue because we've still got Jupiter there, we've still got Uranus there, so there's more to go, but this is closing that emotional component of those eclipse cycles. So what that actually means for you personally will depend on your natal chart. What I recommend you do is watch your rising sign video first and then your sun and your moon sign to fill in the extra details. So before we get into it, I just wish to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land that I'm doing these readings from today, the Gumbaynggirr people, and recognize their continued connection to country and to their culture. And I wish to pay my respects to the elders past, present, and emerging. Let's do it. Hello there Pisces, welcome to your weekly check-in. So this week we are officially in Scorpio season now, okay? We're officially in your 9th house energy. So the 9th house is where we look at our perspective, we look at our views on the world, we look at our connection with life and how our belief systems, our structural belief systems support or limit us in terms of how we're relating to life in general. Now the major thing that's going to be happening this week, the stellar key event is going to be the lunar eclipse that's happening in Taurus over in your 3rd house. So we've got this 9th house, 3rd house activation for you Pisces this week. Again, like I said, we're looking at your perspective, we're looking at your thoughts, your beliefs, all of that cognitive processing of the world, cognitive processing of your environment, of your relationships, of life in general, your understanding around how life works, how the universe works, what your beliefs are around that is being brought to the forefront here, okay? So there's this judgment card here. So the 9th house is a really good place to look at our judgments. We all make judgments constantly every day. It's a part of our biological programming, is a part of our physiology, okay? So it's a way that our brain saves energy and is efficient by making judgments and then putting those judgments together and forming schemas around certain things so that you don't have to continually process things and you can adapt those schemas to know whether things are safe, whether things are dangerous, what kind of experiences you can expect. Okay, so these judgments are not negative. So there's a lot of spiritual practices around releasing judgment and considering judgment as negative, which actually to me I believe is shaming. It creates shame on us because we cannot control being able to our judgments. We cannot control judging. It's hardwired into our brain to judge. So what we can control though is what judgments we are making. And so that just it requires some deliberate consciousness around those judgments, right? Because if we have an error in our judgment, even just the tiniest error in our judgments builds up over time and makes a really big problem in our lives. So when I'm talking about errors in judgment, I'm talking mostly about limiting beliefs, right? Limiting beliefs that we're carrying. So this lunar eclipse in Taurus that's happening on Saturday night, okay? It is the last lunar eclipse in this cycle of eclipses between Taurus and Scorpio that's happened since 2021. So this is going to close out this storyline. So you've been dealing with this narrative around your perspective and around your beliefs for a while. Taurus has been heavily activated for a long time, Pisces, particularly this year with Jupiter there as well. So you're uplifting your beliefs with Jupiter. Jupiter brings solutions and upliftment. So you have this opportunity to uplift any limiting beliefs, particularly around your judgment, to create more stability. King of Coins here is actually the card that represents Taurus in the tarot. So it's bringing our attention again back to that Taurus lunar eclipse. And it's telling you to show that you care. Really, this showing you that you care card represents or is talking about tapping into the resources of the people around you. So maybe you have a King of Coins in your life. That can be anybody. It doesn't have to be masculine. It can be a female person as well, that you can talk to. So someone really steady, really grounded, really sort of, the King of Coins is quite fixed. Okay, they don't change very easily. They can be stubborn on the shadow side, but that is a strength in itself when we're dealing with certain things. So they can have a very solid, grounded opinion. So maybe they're the people that you can go to for support. The show that you care card really is just telling you not to bail out. Okay, so oftentimes when things become too hard, we can disassociate, we can numb, we can detach from people, but also from ourselves, and just kind of try and breeze through it and get out the other side, particularly when we have things like big lunar eclipses, like moons, everything becomes so chaotic, and so we just try and tap out until it's over. This card is really telling you not to do that, Pisces. It's important that you care about how you feel and care about how everybody else feels, and show that in the way that you interact this week, okay? It's really important. So have a really beautiful week, Pisces. I know that's a lot of work to go on with, but I think it's going to be worth it in the long run. And I will see you next week. Take care.